It's generally agreed that the biggest opportunities for contactless payment in Europe will come off the back of contactless ticketing, where user habit has already been created and consumers are happy and comfortable with the technology.
Here, both countries have been moving at a fairly healthy pace for a number of years. In the UK, the Oyster card was first issued publicly in 2003 and is now used for more than 80% of all journeys on transport operated by Transport for London. However, outside of London, fewer citizens use public transport, and the availability of contactless technology with local transport providers is patchier. Although some locations such as Bolton, Nottingham and Southampton are among large towns now using the technology.
In France, contactless ticketing is used extensively in public transport, with the Navigo pass from RATP or the B-Pass from Veolia.
So Veolia Transport is a private public transport operators, well, probably one of the biggest, even the biggest. And we are operating in 25 different countries, operating train, buses, metro, tram, boats and so on.
What's interested you about the services of the mobile phone?
Well, the mobile phone is in the hand of most of our clients, and we do think that this mobile phone, all the services around this mobile phone can help in developing the usage of the public transport.
I believe you have a solution called B-Pass. Could you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, in fact, we have been working on mobile phone services for about 10 years, initially on information for travelers. It means timetable, trip planner, disruption and things like that. And since 2004, we have been working on an NFC solution. We did several trials, the first one being in 2005 in Nice, where we have experienced payment over the year ticketing solution. And also in 2007, where we used a different approach, multi-operators. And now we are reaching, let's say, the maturity phase with the B-Pass solution. So the B-Pass solution is a way to have a very simple access to public transport. It has all what we can expect in terms of information system, I mean real-time information and things like that, disruption and so on, but also all the ticketing solution. We have, you can choose your tickets, pay your tickets, and then use your mobile phone as a pass on the validators. So it means that you have an automatic ticket machine in your pocket, plus your support for traveling.
And do you see NFC as an opportunity for interoperability within the transport segment?
Yes, in fact, B-Pass is a solution which can be used with any MNOs, mobile network operators. So this is the first thing in terms of interoperability. And also, we can charge different applications in the mobile phone, interoperable application or not. And this is a way to develop interoperability by adding different scenario in the same support, multi-application.
But the question really is, who's paying for that?
Well, we expect this service to increase the usage, and also, on the other hand, we expect this service to reduce the cost of distribution. Then it's probably we are creating some values at the end. Of course, at the early stage, it's an investment phase. But what we are clearly targeting is to have a solution which is not costing to clients, to users, and neither to transit authority. So we are in an investing phase, and we try to support as much as we can transit authority who want to build these kind of services.
What's really important here is that contactless habits are being developed throughout the whole of France. Among ASK's 40-plus deployments of contactless technology is ticketing in major cities such as Lyon, Bordeaux and Nice, as well as regions such as Pyrénées-Atlantiques in the southwest and Calvados in the north.
There are a few other factors in France's favour. The UK is often accused of being too London-centric. Certainly, critics of the London launch have questioned how easy it would be to replicate the scheme nationally, given that a narrower cross-section of the population uses public transport outside the capital. Although similar accusations have been levelled at France and its capital, the country's sheer size compared to the UK and France's much stronger regional identities has resulted in a less centralised approach to deploying technology.
Furthermore, France's regional approach can also be applied to banking services. Whereas the UK has a handful of major banks headquartered in London, there are no such nationwide banks in France, enabling more decisions to be made at a local level. We spoke to Didier Ben Saïd from Caisse d'Épargne to find out French banking approach to contactless rollout.
Do the banks work independently or together? That depends if you're talking about contactless cards or mobile contactless. For contactless cards, due to the current lack of interbank rules concerning interchange and transaction rates for this payment method, a number of banks have carried out pilots independently of each other, using their own card holders as their own retailers. Mobile contactless is somewhat different, as banks have come together to form a type of consortium which includes mobile operators, cards and POS manufacturers. The objective of the consortium is to drive trials forward together and, in the absence of set rules, to form a sort of gentleman's agreement. What can the banks do to stimulate contactless implementation in France? That's a good question. I think that the projects that we've done up to now have given us some answers, although at the moment I'm not sure which aspect will develop or accelerate a contactless solution. In my opinion, the most important element for the bank will be to possess a process of mass production. This would allow the banks to have standardized products and to supply all of the bank's customers.
Are we looking at a penalty shootout to decide the winner of this match? Well, the winner could potentially be the first country to sign up a major Tier 1 retailer, as they seem to hold the key to contactless technology rollout nationwide. Altogether, it's lining up to be a closely fought match, which could go either way, and the results won't be known until the final whistle is blown. Thanks to strong leadership, the UK is making tremendous progress. But with a more solid user experience being created in France, the contactless crown may yet be handed to the Fifth Republic. Thanks for watching. That's all for now. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Living in a Contactless World, The French Connection. I'm Karen Kubrin, reporting for CITV. Au revoir.